In order to understand how to get a perfect credit score, you have to understand how the credit scoring system works in the first place. Now, the first and largest factor is based on your on-time payment history, and that makes up 35% of your score. This means that you always pay your bills off on time as agreed without ever being late or missing a payment, because if you do, that stays on your report for 7 years, and it has a pretty devastating impact. Now, the good news is that when it comes to paying off your credit cards, you only have to make the minimum payment in order to stay current, and most of the time that's only between $25 and $50. So even in the worst case scenario, if you're not able to pay off the full balance, at least make the minimum payment so that way your account stays in good standing. Now, the second largest impact is what's called the amounts owed, and that makes up 30% of your score. This is also what's known as the utilization rate, which calculates how much credit you have available to you versus how much of it you actually use. Now, if you're somebody who maxes out your credit cards or you use almost all of the credit that's available to you, your score is going to go down because you're seen as a riskier borrower. The third, we have the average age of your credit history, and that makes up 15% of your score. Overall, lenders like to see that the longer you've had your accounts open for and in good standing, the more likely you are to be a good borrower. Then fourth, we have the types of credit that you have available, and that makes up another 10% of your score. This means that lenders want you to have the experience of handling multiple types of loans from several credit cards, auto loans, a mortgage, and anything else that'll add on to your credit report. And finally, we have the remaining 10% of your score, which is calculated by the number of hard inquiries you have on your report. See, anytime you go and apply for a new line of credit, that's marked down in your report. Generally, the more marks like this that you have on your report, the lower your score is going to be because lenders see you out there actively trying to get as much credit as